This assignment, we are asked to first of all work with this. But first of all, I'm going to answer the questions. The first question we were asked is, what is data defined language and how is it used? So this is what I was able to learn, that it is SQL command used, it's a set of SQL command used to define, create, and manage data. So how is it being used? It's used to create, modify, or delete data in the database. And it also, the next question was, what are the tables and how are they used? Now, the most important thing about this is that it helps in data, it constrains data, it makes data valid, and it creates relationship between tables, and the relationships are maintained. It makes errors inconsistent, and errors are also prevented. Now, moving down, I'm going to use the two table for MATLAB, which as a company. So the first table here, I'm creating is a patient table. It's in this database that we are asked to for the project database, and the first is patient ID, first name. So I take patient as the primary key. I haven't put it unique. I have not made this unique, and also I've added the names, the first and the last name, the gender, and not null, which is the constraint. And also this is a default which will show the exact date and time of the patient. And also this is also a constraint, and this is also another table which I have created, that is the lab results. I take this as a primary ID, which is a primary key. And also, so running the table, execute, it shows that it is complete, but there is an issue. But at first when I ran it, it was good. And moving down here, which was the same, in setting the values. So when I ran it, it also showed issues. So to solve the issue, I moved down here so I created a new table and then imputed this and made this the primary key. So when you right click, you can choose which one is the primary key and then impute, and I save. Okay, so this is the patient table, which shows that here all this one must not be null and all these ones can be null. For me to identify the foreign key, I'm going to go to table design, go to relationship, and I'll move down to this table, and let's expand this. Okay, so I'm going to choose the primary key table to be patient, and then here maintains the foreign key, and my column for it will be patient ID, and here this still maintains result ID, and then that's okay, and close. Now to make sure that this runs well, I'm going to click here and select, and that gives me this, and also here select top, and that gives me, it runs perfectly. So this shows that this patient ID is the primary key. And moving down to here, see that in what I demonstrated, the primary ID key ensures uniqueness, and not null ensures required fields are not empty. So the default automatically inserts the current date and time, and then the foreign key, which is links lab results to the patient. So the primary key must have a unique identifier. It must not, which simply stops it from having null duplicate, nulls, no empty spaces or nulls, and it stops it from having duplicate. The foreign key tables enforces valid relationship between the primary table and the foreign key table. Okay, and this also for null forces, not null forces required data, and also that's that. Thank you.